No more.
Boy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel. For today's video, I'm going to share my picks for the 5 best new web series coming out in November. We've seen some great new shows launch this month on platforms like Apple TV Plus and Hulu, and it's still continue. Now, we go to the beginning of the video with number 5.
Or we can find out what really happened.
Number 5. Beacon 23. Beacon 23 is an American science fiction psychological thriller series, created by Zach Penn, based on the short story series of the same name. Starring Lena Headey and Stephen James, and the series premiered on Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Plus on November 2023. So I just started watching this new sci-fi series called Beacon 23. The first episode kicks off with an unexpected meeting between two strangers who are going to be our main characters for the whole season. Aster is some kind of government agent whose ship has crashed, leaving her stranded. Now she ends up at the Beacon station run by veteran Hallen, and it's just the two of them plus the artificial intelligence that oversees things. Right off the bat you can tell these two aren't very chatty. Aster and Hallen aren't spilling much about who they are, or what they're really doing out here. Are they being so secretive because they don't trust each other, or could they actually be hiding something more suspicious? That question of what's really going on between them becomes like this looming mystery that just grows and grows over the 8 episodes. But here's the thing, as intriguing as the basic plot idea is, I'm not sure the show entirely sticks the landing in how it all plays out. Even for sci-fi thriller fans who should be the target audience, some of the execution and storytelling choices end up being the weak point. I'll have to keep watching to see if it gets any better.
What happened to your ship was an accident.
Was it?
I think
It's all connected.
Number 4. A Murder at the End of the World. A Murder at the End of the World is an American psychological thriller drama television miniseries, created by Britt Marling and Zalbert Manglich for FX. It stars Emma Corrin, Clive Owen, and Harris Dickinson. The series, which marks the second television project by Marling and Britt Manglich after the OA, premiered on Hulu on November 14, 2023. Alright, get this, there's a new mystery series out with a totally unique detective at the helm. We're talking a Gen Z amateur sleuth named Darby Hart. Darby is like the ultimate tech wizard, a total hacker. So Darby gets this crazy invite from some mysterious billionaire dude to come to his super remote and swanky retreat location. Only thing is, a few other lucky folks also got invites. Total isolation, right? Anyway, Darby and the 8 other guests are chilling at this billionaire's pad when suddenly, one of the guests turns up dead. Murdered. Darby knows it wasn't no accident, so she jumps into hacker mode to prove it. But man, is Darby up against it. All these other guests have their own motives and secrets. Plus the billionaire definitely isn't telling Darby everything. Talk about competing interests. Darby's just gotta use all her hacker skills and think fast before the real killer takes out someone else. Can she crack the case out in the middle of nowhere? This Darby Hart chick sounds like one smart cookie. Can't wait to see what tricks she pulls out of her hacking bag.
Just follow us.
Number 3. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters is an upcoming American monster television series, created by Chris Black, for the streaming service Apple TV Plus, on November 17, 2023, based on Godzilla by Toho Company, and it is the 6th installment in the second television series in the MonsterVerse franchise. Starring Anna Sawai, Kiersey Clemens, Ren Wattabe, Anders Holm, Wyatt Russell, and Kurt Russell. It follows these two siblings trying to figure out what their dad was really up to. Seems he was tied up with this top-secret organization called Monarch, that studies all those crazy monsters, you know, like Godzilla. Remember that epic battle where Godzilla totally trashed San Francisco? Turns out that was just the start, cause these monster sightings are for real. Anyway, the siblings start pulling at threads that lead them deep into Monarch territory. That's when they uncover this army officer from way back in the 1950s named Lee Shaw, who knows some secrets that could bring Monarch crashing down. And we're not just talking the 50s here, this story jumps all the way to the present day too. What I'm saying is, it spans like 3 generations of drama as all these monster encounters, over the decades, start coming back to haunt everyone. Buried secrets are getting uncovered left and right, and it's epic how these huge events can echo down through the years. If you like mysteries with a side of giant monsters, this Monarch series is gonna be mandatory viewing. I can't wait to see all the crazy reveals as these siblings dig deeper and deeper into their family's past with Monarch. Number 2. Fargo, Season 5. The 5th season of Fargo, an American anthology black comedy crime drama television series, created by Noah Hawley, and is set to premiere on November 21, 2023, on FX. Starring Juno Temple, John Hamm, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Joe Keery, Lamorne Morris, and Dave Foley. Being an anthology series, each season of Fargo explores a new plot with new characters. So, you can directly watch Season 5 without any background. The season is expected to primarily follow John Hamm's Roy Tillman, who's trying to catch the seemingly ordinary housewife Leone. While Tillman is no doubt excited about the prospect of catching a perpetrator, he also has to deal with his relationship with his son Gator, who both looks up to Roy and constantly fails to match up to his father's expectations. The sheriff also develops a friendship with a drifter called Ol Munch. Meanwhile, Dot tries to keep her family from finding out about her past, but her husband Wayne loves her too much to stay away, and enlists the help of his mother, Lorraine Leone, the CEO of the country's most revered debt collection agency. With nowhere else to turn and more law enforcement closing in on her, Dot accepts her mother-in-law's help, and she in turn puts her advisor on the case. While the story seems to be focused on a wanted woman going on the lam, that doesn't necessarily rule out the possibility of murder, since it has been a key component in almost all the previous seasons. But there's definitely a promise of the show's signature elements of complex characters, twisted plotlines, and dark humor wrapped in a contemporary Western-like narrative.
Better sleep with both eyes open.
It's good to see you again, Mrs. Lyon.
That wasn't me.
Fargo.
Number 1. Faraway Downs. Baz Luhrmann is turning his epic 2008 film Australia into a brand new miniseries, coming to Hulu on November 26, 2023. The original movie starring Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman was already like 3 hours long, so just imagine how insane this 6-episode version is gonna be. They're redeeming too, which is amazing. So like the 2008 movie, it follows this lady named Sarah who inherits a huge cattle ranch in outback Australia after her hubby kicks the bucket. Problem is, some big-time cattle baron named King wants to steal her land. Now Sarah don't know nothing about ranching, so she reluctantly teams up with a cowboy to protect her new property. But the really cool part is we get to experience the whole dramatic story through the eyes of this indigenous kid called Nulla. Nulla gets caught up in some messed up government policies where they took kids away from Aboriginal families. It's a real dark part of Australian history, and they call the stolen generations. Anyways, If Baz Luhrmann's behind it, you know it's gonna be flashy as hell. I can't wait to spend more time in 1940s Australia, with these characters across 6 jam-packed episodes. The movie was epic, so the miniseries is gonna be off the charts.
What are you doing?
Crikey.
In summary, those were my top picks for the best new web series launched in November. I hope you discovered some great shows to add to your list. Just be sure to let me know in the comments which one you're most interested in checking out. And don't forget to subscribe channel if you haven't already, hit that big red button below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
The thing about getting close in a case,
Careful, girl.